Good evening. This is All India Radio and I'm Gunmala Kapoor with the news at 9. The headlines. Union Cabinet approves a reconstruction scheme for Yes Bank. SBI to invest 49% equity in the bank. DA for central government employees and pensioners hiked by 4% from 1st January. Parliament passes Vivad Se Vishwas Bill for settlement of direct tax disputes. In Madhya Pradesh, 6 ministers dropped from state cabinet after their resignations. SAARC Leaders endorse Prime Minister Narendra Modi's proposal to chalk out joint strategy for combating coronavirus outbreak. And 2 remaining ODIs between India and South Africa called off due to COVID-19 threat. The Union Cabinet has approved the reconstruction scheme for Yes Bank. Giving details about the scheme after the Cabinet meeting, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said that the State Bank of India will invest 49% equity in Yes Bank, with other investors also being invited.
Today, Cabinet has approved the reconstruction scheme for the Yes Bank, as was proposed by the RBI. The decision to provide a reconstruction scheme keeps at its core the protection of depositors' interest, providing stability to Yes Bank, and also keeping a stable financial environment banking system.
Ms. Sitharaman said the moratorium on withdrawals from Yes Bank will be lifted within 3 days of notification of the reconstruction scheme, while its board will be in place in 7 days. She also said that there will be a 3-year lock-in period for all investors, but in the case of the SBI, the lock-in period would be only for 26% of the shareholding. The authorized capital of the lender has been raised from 1,100 crore rupees to 6,200 crore rupees to accommodate immediate and subsequent raising of capital requirements. The Cabinet also approved a 4% hike in dearness allowance, DA, for 48 lakh central government employees and dearness relief to 65 lakh pensioners. This will be effective from the 1st of January this year. With this, the DA has gone up from 17% to 21%. Briefing media after the Cabinet meeting, Union Minister Prakash Javadekar said the government will incur 14,595 crore additional expense due to the DA hike.
4% dearness allowance increase from 1st January 2020 to 48 lakh employees and 65 lakh pensioners.
The Cabinet also gave its nod to a proposal for construction of 780 kilometers of green highways at a cost of 7,660 crore rupees. Mr. Javadekar said that the project pertains to rehabilitation and upgradation of various national highways covering a total length of over 780 kilometers in 4 states, Himachal Pradesh, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh and Andhra Pradesh. The Cabinet also approved a hike in minimum support price of copra for the 2020 season. The MSP for fair average quality of milling copra has been increased to 9,960 rupees per quintal from 9,521 rupees. The MSP for ball copra has been increased to 10,300 rupees per quintal for the 2020 season from 9,920 per quintal in 2019. Mr. Javadekar said this will accrue a benefit of 439 rupees per quintal in the milling copra and a 380 rupees increase in ball copra. Parliament has passed the Vivad Se Vishwas Bill 2020. The bill provides a waiver on interest, penalty and prosecution for settlement of direct tax disputes. It grants a complete waiver on interest and penalty when the disputed amount is paid before the 31st of this month, and provisions an additional 10% of the disputed amount if the settlement is made by the 30th of June this year. The Rajya Sabha approved the motion to return the bill to the Lok Sabha. The lower house had already passed the bill. Replying to the discussion, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said all steps will be taken by the government to reduce tax litigation on a priority basis. She assured that discretion of tax authorities will be reduced by faceless assessment driven by technology. The Lok Sabha passed the demands for grants for railways today after the House adopted the resolution through a voice vote. Replying to the discussion, Railway Minister Piyush Goyal said the path shown by Prime Minister Narendra Modi to go to the root cause of problems is yielding results in India's railway network. He said unification of various helplines for quicker response, bio-toilets, automated coach cleaning plants have yielded 360-degree benefits and have saved funds. In Madhya Pradesh, Governor Lalji Tandon today dropped 6 ministers of the state cabinet on the recommendation of Chief Minister Kamal Nath. Imarti Devi, Tulsi Silawat, Govind Singh Rajput, Mahendra Singh Sisodia, Pradyumna Singh Tomar and Prabhu Ram Chaudhary were removed from the cabinet with immediate effect. These ministers had already submitted their resignations to the governor following the resignation of Jyotiraditya Scindia from the Indian National Congress. Earlier today, the Chief Minister met the governor and demanded that the rebel Congress MLAs staying in Bangalore be brought to Bhopal. He also requested the governor that a floor test in the forthcoming assembly session should take place only on a date fixed by the Speaker. Meanwhile, former Union Minister and BJP leader Jyotiraditya Scindia filed his nomination in Bhopal today for the March 26 Rajya Sabha election. Another BJP candidate, Dr. Sumer Singh Solanki and Phul Singh Bharaiya of the Congress also filed their nominations. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, visit our News on AIR app and follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. You can also visit our website www.newsonair.com. Leaders of SAARC nations today endorsed Prime Minister Narendra Modi's proposal to chalk out a joint strategy to combat the coronavirus outbreak. They also promised their complete support towards a collective effort against the pandemic. Prime Minister Bhutan Lothe Tshering said smaller economies are hit harder, so SAARC nations must coordinate. Replying to Mr. Modi in a tweet, he said, with Mr. Modi's leadership, he has no doubt that nations will see an immediate and impactful outcome. Sri Lankan President Gotabaya Rajapaksa called upon leaders to unite in solidarity during these trying times and keep citizens safe. Welcoming the idea advanced by Mr. Modi, Nepal Prime Minister K.P. Sharma Oli said his government is ready to work closely with SAARC member states to protect citizens from this deadly disease. Maldivian President Ibrahim Mohamed Soli thanked Mr. Modi for taking the initiative. He said COVID-19 requires a collective effort to defeat it. Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina also welcomed the call of Indian Prime Minister to SAARC nations to chalk out a strategy to fight the coronavirus. Earlier, Prime Minister Narendra Modi had expressed a desire that the leadership of SAARC nations chalk out a strong strategy to fight the coronavirus COVID-19. In a series of tweets, he said, South Asia, which is home to a significant number of the global population, should leave no stone unturned to ensure that our people remain healthy. 5 fresh cases of novel coronavirus COVID-19 have been reported in the country. Briefing media in New Delhi today, Joint Secretary in the Health Ministry, Love Agrawal, said these cases are from Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala, Delhi and Uttar Pradesh. He also informed that all the infected patients are stable now and there is no cause for worry.
We now have 81 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in the country. Of these confirmed cases, 64 cases are of Indian nationals, 16 Italian nationals and 1 Canadian national. Contact tracing of these cases is being actively pursued. So far, this has led to identification of more than 4,000 contacts who have been put under surveillance.
Mr. Agrawal said that so far 1,031 people have been evacuated from the affected countries. Additional Secretary in the Home Ministry, Anil Malik, said that international traffic is allowed only from 19 of the 37 checkposts. Rubina Ali, Joint Secretary in the Civil Aviation Ministry, said that tomorrow an Air India flight will take off from Delhi Airport to Milan to bring back the Indians stranded there. The Ministry of Health and Family Welfare has advised people to follow basic protective measures so that they can keep themselves safe from the coronavirus.
People should avoid participating in large gatherings. If a person is experiencing cough and fever, he or she should avoid close contact with others. People are advised not to touch their eyes, nose and mouth without cleaning their hands. Spitting in public places should be avoided. All persons should practice frequent hand washing with soap and water or use alcohol-based hand rub. In case of fever, difficulty in breathing and cough, a doctor should be consulted immediately. The government has also issued a 24/7 helpline number 011-2397-8046 and also an email ID ncov2019@gmail.com for any assistance on coronavirus. Swati Rakheja, News Desk.
To commemorate the second anniversary of Poshan Pakhwara 2020, Poshan Abhiyan was launched on International Women's Day. The focus area of the fortnight celebration will be Men for Nutrition, increasing male engagement in Poshan Abhiyan to improve nutritional indicators. More from our Shillong correspondent.
Poshan Abhiyan was launched in different districts across Meghalaya in convergence with various departments, including the Swachh Bharat Mission, Gramin, NRLM and Health and other line departments. The objective of Poshan Pakhwara is to create mobilization towards nutrition at the district, block and village levels. The focus of the second anniversary of Poshan Abhiyan or National Nutrition Mission is increasing male engagement in Poshan Abhiyan to improve nutritional outcomes. Gary Mark Nangnong, a consultant of Poshan Abhiyan from the Social Welfare Department, Government of Meghalaya, spoke to AIR and said,
aims to create mobilization at state, district, block and right up to the village level towards nutrition.
Rustam for AIR News, Shillong.
Hailstorms accompanied by strong winds and heavy rain lashed several parts of Uttar Pradesh today, causing widespread damage to crops. The maximum damage is reported from the eastern part and the Bundelkhand region. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has instructed all district magistrates to provide financial assistance to the affected people within 24 hours. AIR correspondent reports that Chitrakoot, Kaushambi, Kushinagar, Lakhimpur, Pratapgarh, Mirzapur, Bijnor and Jaunpur districts received one of the worst hailstorms in recent years, where hailstones as heavy as 100 to 250 grams caused widespread damage to animals, buildings and crops. The Met Department has issued a warning of hailstorm, rain and gusty wind conditions prevailing for another 24 hours in the state. Greece's first female president, a former High Court judge, was formally sworn in to office today, nearly 2 months after the country's parliament voted overwhelmingly to elect her. The swearing-in ceremony for Katerina Sakelloropoulou took place in an almost empty parliament as part of measures being taken to prevent spread of the novel coronavirus. The equity benchmark Sensex spurted 1,325 points to close at 34,103, while the Nifty reclaimed the 9,900 level after a highly volatile session today as investors rushed to buy stocks at beaten-down valuations after markets saw their biggest sell-off earlier in the day. The NSE Nifty settled 365 points up at 9,955. The two remaining India-South Africa one-day internationals in Lucknow and Kolkata have been called off due to the COVID-19 threat as the country's sports calendar continues to go haywire because of the global pandemic. Board Secretary Jay Shah told agencies that with the IPL being postponed, it only made sense that at this point in time, this series is also called off. The game in Lucknow was scheduled to be played on Sunday, while the Kolkata ODI was to be played on 18 March. The first ODI between the two sides in Dharamsala was washed out without a ball being bowled due to incessant rain. The IPL was also pushed today to April 15 from its scheduled 29 March start. Saurashtra, led by Jayadev Unadkat, lifted their maiden Ranji Trophy, beating favourites Bengal on the basis of the first innings lead at Rajkot today. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Union Cabinet approved a reconstruction scheme for Yes Bank, SBI to invest 49% equity in the bank. DA for central government employees and pensioners hiked by 4% from 1st January. Parliament passes Vivad Se Vishwas Bill for settlement of direct tax disputes. In Madhya Pradesh, 6 ministers dropped from state cabinet after their resignations. SAARC Leaders endorsed Prime Minister Narendra Modi's proposal to chalk out a joint strategy for combating coronavirus outbreak. And 2 remaining ODIs between India and South Africa called off due to COVID-19 threat. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.com. And that's all in the news at 9. Good night.